So here's a little thing in Fuji that if you're a little deeper into agile methodology and if you can start from the base of a product or the base of something, a business service or whatever, but some other functionality that's available to you. So, here is a release. This release is defined. As you can see here, it's a quarterly release, but there's going to be multiple sprints and production releases in it. Excuse me, here are the sprints within there. If there's testing or documentation tasks, you have a planning board, right, that can look at the product backlog as well as the Scrum backlog, right? You're looking at the sprints by the current release, the stories ready for testing, stories by assigned to, which, currently we're not assigning anything out yet, right? This is some fake data, but here are the stories by sprints, the points per story, if it's ready, the priority, right? Everything that you'd be putting in the stories, you know, your issues, risk, decisions log, and then stories by points, etc. So, that's a basic agile dashboard, if you will. So then if you go, you can see there's a product called ServiceNow is what we're going to show you here. And these are all the themes for ServiceNow. Okay. And all of the themes tie to these applications. Okay. So here in all of these themes that you have, you have the descriptions, right? Basically, this is everything that you'd be filling out in some of these validation assessments or a QAA or things like that, right? And so you can go through and you could validate yes or no these themes, right? Is this validated? Yes, no, partially, right? If it's partially, you can go to the epic level and is the epic validated? Yes, no, partial. Well, if it's partial, you could go to the story level and is the story, validated, etc., right? So, you can really go through these things with themes on products if you, can or want to. Um, so here are the themes. As you can see, then you have the open releases, you have open sprints. Here are your epics, right? If you look at your epics, each epics, then you can get into the, right, epics can have child epics, right? Those child epics then have the stories, etc., etc. Your stories then have scrum tasks, and your scrum tasks can have enhancement, etc. So you can get a little deeper into the agile methodology in Fuji. And again, all of that is available you to be supported from project and demand management, right? If you look at demand, right, let's see if there's anything. Let's go to the test environment really quick. If you look at a piece of demand, you can see how it is supporting that epic and story methodology even through demand. Um, so here's a piece of demand that's been approved, right? Here are the epics and the stories. You can start creating those straight off of the piece of demand, right? As soon as you know them, you can create high level stories while you're talking about the demand itself. So you can see that you have a little bit more flexibility there to support Agile. And that's it. Thank you again.